Hey guys, how's it going? It's just Joshua. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back in New World while Elyon's maintenance is down, or while the servers are down because of maintenance, I meant to say. And today I'm basically going to be covering a pretty basic tip, but it's super helpful for those of you who don't fully understand, the economy or just how to make some super passive income. I'm not really gonna do any orders right now because I have it all on a backup account. I use a second account for most of my marketing now because it's just 100 auction slots ain't enough for me. So I'm not gonna show you on that one. I got most of my money out right now, so I only got like 11K on this one to work with. Sorry for the hiccups, by the way. Been killing me all day, but basically I'm gonna show you guys what to do, what to look for, and basically how to make passive income while you are playing, while you're sleeping. If you know you work a lot and you still need to make gold, this is going to be great for you. I'm going to teach you how to do it rather than what to look like exact items, because every server's economy is different. They all share like a trend, but I can't just tell you buy this at this price because everything is different and it's always changing. So let's just get right on into it. So basically, what we're going to be utilizing is we're going to be utilizing buy orders. So right now I have a bunch of sell orders. I got 94, so I can actually maybe show you one or two. I got so much money and just stuff selling, but I got no buy orders right now. So for example, let's do let's see. I'm doing this raw, so I don't have anything pre-planned. Let me just figure out something that's common. So garlic. Okay, so garlic is a cooking material. Let's see prices real quick. Let's do garlic, and there's no existing sell order. So what we'll do is we'll go up here. We'll do all settlements. Okay, so lowest price for garlic is 750. So what we can do is, knowing that it's 750, we can actually go in here and place a buy order. So what you do with buy orders is you take a price that you're willing to pay for it, you put in how many you want to buy, and the duration you want to buy them for. So how we do this is we take a bunch of items like garlic and whatever else you may want. We make sure we're the highest buy order, and like what we would do is we would do let's do 0.75, and we'll do 500, or no, we'll just do 50 for the video. I typically leave mine in for numerous days. 14 to 28 is better. Your fee does go up with them and down accordingly. But basically, let's just do one so I don't waste as much gold. And what we'll do is we'll place a buy order. So what this will do is we've just placed a buy order for 50 garlic, and it'll now show up here. So for the next day, I have a buy order of 50 garlic here for 0.75 each. And what this does is it now shows up, and hold on, let me research it for you. It shows up in these, so you can see current buy orders for this. So when somebody goes to sell garlic, if they don't want to compete with undercutters and this entire thing right here, a lot of people will actually go through here and they'll actually sell to your buy order. And what you do then is you basically put up a buy order for items that are easy flips and common, and when they all process and come through, you'll automatically collect them, and you can basically make 10 times your money. And now you're probably asking, why would anybody do this? Why are they not just going to sell it for this? So with how quick the market changes and how many people are out gathering at this point in the game, let's say you come in here and you sell garlic for 7 gold. And 5 minutes after you post it, somebody comes in and sells it for 698. And then 2 more people come in and undercut you. Now you just had a listing that cost you gold that's not going to sell, that's going to keep getting undercut. So instead of doing that, what a lot of people will do, especially like all the bots, there's a bunch of bots out in gold farmers out there right now where they don't care what the price is, they just want the instant gold. So they'll take whatever items they have in their inventory and they'll fill those buy orders. So then you collect that and then you turn around and list it. Now you might end up getting undercut a couple times. You might end up sitting on it for a day or two, or you might sell it instantly, but you're still ultimately making 10 times your money with that conversion. Now, there's all kinds of items you can do it with that are faster sells, easier sells, but also less profit. So, like, let's take HiSop for example. We could take this and we can do a buy order almost anywhere we want. And since these are in fractions of a gold, what you can do is you can essentially go and place a buy order. See, these are 2 cents, 5 cents. So you could even do like up to point 0.1. And now like the prices on these are messed up right now. So like that's why research is important. But you could see that in first light, there's a lot of HiSop getting listed, but in low amounts. So what that is that's people in the starting zone leveling and collecting these herbs, and then either not wanting to do with them, wanting some quick gold, whatever it is, they sell them dirt cheap. So what we would do is we would go to first light, and let me do all that, and then we click first light and we could see these prices. Now if we do a buy order, we can see that there's still buy orders for 5 cents here and down. But if there's not, we can do a buy order for 0.01. Now they're selling for 0.03, but people will sell them, and then we can go to other cities. So for example, we can buy them there, and then let's say Everfall's a good one. It's 6. It's typically much higher than that. It's 6 there too. So Windsward, let's click on Windsward where we are. I just had it highlighted. But for example, in Windsward, the cheapest one is 11, or 0.11. So if you buy them for 0.01 out there, you can essentially make 11 times your gold after fee, probably like 9 times, and they're slow sells. However, you can buy 10,000 at a time and turn around and flip it. And so if you have a bunch of buy orders, so now where this becomes really interesting and really good money is you can do HiSops, for example, and then you can go to all the areas that aren't super popular where people just want to dump materials like Brightwood, Cutlass Keys. Then you go to like Evans Scale, Last Stand, Mountain Home, Mountain Rise, Morningdale, Reekwater. You go to all those zones where there's not a big market like there is in Everfall or Windsward, and you put buy orders for stuff that people just want instant money for, to get there to buy their Azoth vials or whatever they need because they're trapped out there. And so you do that, and then what you would do is you could even do the trick of the marketplace transfers, but essentially you'd bring them to one of the main cities, and then you would sell them for much, much more than what you get out there. Now, with that being said, when you're out in all these little towns, like all over here, they're going to buy much, much slower than what they would in Everfall or Windsward. However, you're going to have less competition, and they're going to sell to you consistently because people don't really go out here to spend money. There's a much less chance for somebody to, come out all the way out to these places and undercut you. But what is going to happen is there's going to be some guy out here in Shattered Mountain. It's grinding whatever, maybe picks up some loot, maybe gets it from a chest, and needs some money for repairs, needs some money to buy Azoth vials to get back down here for something or a GVG or whatever. So what they're going to do is they're going to hurry up and quick sell whatever they can in their inventory for instant buys, and that's where your buy order comes in place. So people might have a couple thousand of some item, but only need a couple hundred gold, so they're going to dump whatever they can in there, and then that's where you collect it. So, and then when it sells, it'll go into your storage out there, right? So the easiest way to transfer that, because if you have a heavy inventory, Azoth is really expensive to fast travel. So you then have 2 options. One option is you can go to that town, and then you can take any of your items and post it on the marketplace for a price that people aren't going to buy it for. And then when you go to cancel it, it will automatically be deposited into your inventory. So for example, what I would do is I would go up to Great Cleave or, Shattered Mountain, wherever those items bought, and I would take them from the storage, wherever that is. So I would take them from the storage here, and I would go and list them on the marketplace. And when I missed it, or that saw the outpost, so you would go from here, the storage to the marketplace, and you would list them, and then you would go to the main town that you want to be in, Windsward, Everfall, whatever, and you would unlist them from the marketplace, and they would go straight into your inventory, and then you can relist them again, and that's where you're going to do your flips. Now, that's a lot of work if you're only doing, one item in one town. But when you're doing that for, all these outside towns, and then you're doing it for multiple items, like let's say you do it for high sop, you also got, let's do iron ore. Iron ore is a very low profit but fast selling one. However, it's also hard to um, carry because it's so heavy. But there's like a bunch of these items, so what you can actually do is you can go anywhere, and bots, we got a real bad problem with bots, but you can still take advantage of it. So you can go anywhere and place a buy order for like 0.1, 0.05 in the small towns. Like, you're not going to do that in Windsward or Everfall, but out in Cutlass Keys or Reekwater or anywhere, you could place an order for 0.05. And once again, you're going to capitalize off of people needing quick money, so they will absolutely sell it. Now, let's say you do that with high sop, iron ore, greenwood. Oh, there's a space in that. You could do it with greenwood. That one's a good one. You basically want to do it with T1 mats that people are going to have an abundance of. They're going to get anywhere, and they're going to sell. Rawhide's another good one. Any of these things. So, and now what you would do is you would have, let's say, 5 to 6 different of these buy orders, and they do take up a slot each. And so you have them in all these towns, but so it would take up about 40 buy orders. But since your investment is so low, anything that sells to you, you're between doubling and like 20 times in your money. Now, if you have trade skills, you can actually take more advantage of this, and you could do stuff like, let's say, an onyx. So what we would do is let's look at a flawed onyx. So these flawed onyxes are $750 each. Now, onyxes they can be used in all kinds of stuff, and they're one of the more sought after gems for the gear. So what you could do is you can actually place a buy order for like 1 gold, 2 gold, and you place an order for, let's say, a couple hundred of them in every city. We're definitely not doing that. But for example, like let's say you place an order for 500 of them in every city for 1 gold each. Now, every day you might only buy 20 or 30 of them, but 30 onyxes per city, like let's say just 5, for example, that's like 150 onyxes that would buy roughly for 1 gold each. And then you're turning around and selling them for 7 gold, or crafting them into stuff and making even more. So you're making almost 2K that day off of onyxes alone, and you do that with 5 to 10 items, you're now passively making 20K plus. I honestly do that with a lot of stuff. I would like to go more into economics, but with how many servers there are, you're not really going to. I'm not going to be able to tell you exact margins, which is why I'm being so vague and trying to explain concept more than items, because I could go here all day and tell you my server's prices and what I do, but they're not going to relate to every single server out there. So all I can say is look through your T1 mats, think logically to like what people have, what's worth money, what's easy to sell, but also what people would be willing to dump. Aged wood is another good one. And then a quick tip that you guys can actually do some like research and like really get down into it. So for example, Brightwood has these wolves down in this area in Bronze Grove. These wolves, when killed, just like any of the like some of the bears you can mine, lodestone bears, stuff like that, they drop weird wood when you log them after they're dead. Like, you basically skin them, but you log them, and it's one of the fastest places to power level logging. So a lot of people do it, but very few people use weird wood for anything right now. Like, it's just there's an abundance of it. So what a lot of people do is, since they farm it in Brightwood, they go back to the settlement and then they list it for dirt cheap. And I'll give you an example right now. So let's look at Weirdwood, and then let's look at somebody might actually bought it out, so we'll check. But Brightwood. So Brightwood once again has the cheapest prices. So Brightwood, and then we look at somewhere like Everfall, 13. So that's almost tripling your money right there. And if you place an order in Brightwood, you can actually place an order for there's a buy order right now for more than what they're actually going for. But what I would do is I would honestly put one for 0.01, slam it out to max stack, throw it on 28 days, and that stuff will buy for 1 penny each. And then, like I said, once again, you're only going to get 1,000 to 2,000, but people are out here power leveling, logging on these wolves. So if somebody sees a buy order there for 10,000 and they don't want it to take up inventory, they don't want it to take up an order, they'll instantly sell it in buy order. You'll get 4,000 or 5,000 Weirdwood, and then you can come here and sell it in Everfall. And then another thing that you guys can do to basically excel this whole passive income thing is you can look at the T2 refining mats. So the T2s don't actually require any like byproduct like sandpaper, any of that. So what you can look at now is you can look at the charcoal. So what is charcoal going for? The charcoal is going for the cheapest at 0.15 in Brightwood. And in an area like, let's all settlements, let's do Everfall. Everfall charcoal is going for 0.19 each. So it takes 2 Weirdwood to make 1 charcoal. And you also, so when you're smelting, wrong button, sorry, I forget, I haven't played this in a while, my bad. Let's just do click, which one is it under? I don't even know. I think, my bad, I've been playing Elyon, so, yeah, I've been, there we go, trade skills, my bad. So I forgot all my keybinds. But so like smelting, when you smelt, you actually have a chance to increase. So for every 10 levels, you get a 1% extra chance at bonus materials. So for example, when I'm smelting charcoal at level 130, whatever, I have a 13% chance at bonus. And when you're crafting in bulk, it's pretty accurate. So let's say I use 10,000 Weirdwood to make 5,000 charcoal. At a 10% bonus, I'm probably going to, or a 13% bonus, I'm probably going to end up making about right around 5,800, maybe 6,000, somewhere in there. So you just spent only 0.01, on 10,000. So that's 100 gold to make 6,000 charcoal. And then 6,000 charcoal at 0.2 each, 0.25 each. You do the math. You just made so much money so easily that's how you excel your passives. And another quick tip to throw in here before I close out is that's actually a really good way to make money on a fly if you need instant money. You go anywhere and you can buy stuff like aged wood, 0.112 each, and Weirdwood, I don't even know what it's going for here, but 0.14. So both of those are, let's say, just 0.15 or lower. So in any area where charcoal would currently be going for 0.3 or higher, you could essentially just buy those all out and smelt them. And so you'd be breaking even without the bonus, but every single bonus you crafted would then just be pure profit. So you can essentially print money by buying low priced materials and converting them. So I hope that helps. If you guys need more item and recommendations to do that with, I can try to help. I can try to give you a better basis. I hope this helped. I hope this brought a better understanding to passive income and how much money you guys can really make. Like I said, if you throw up 30 or 40 buy orders and you do it smart and you do them long term in many towns, I make well over 20K a day passively from that alone. Now, if you only put one item for one buy order in one town, probably not going to make much at all. It's a collection of all of them at once. So I hope this helps. If you guys have any concerns or questions or didn't understand something or you want any other guides, please drop it down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and once again, hope this helped, and stay tuned.